Hmm? Noise.
Whoa. Looks like the battle here was intense.
The Master Diviner must have launched the campaign while we were delayed in the Artisanship Commission.
Time is of the essence. The most important task for the Xianzhou Luofu is suppressing the Stellaron. General Jing Yuan tasked the Master Diviner with commanding the Cloud Knights. He would have known she'd act on the results of her divination.
Thank goodness the General didn't make us go with the Knights. Fighting is totally different from adventuring. All these people... it's tough to bear.
I'm afraid this is nothing, Benefactor. Centuries ago, an emanator of abundance besieged the Luofu with the aim of taking the Ambrosial Arbor. They destroyed half our delves and killed most of the Cloud Knights. For long-life species, such events are more like yesterday's memories than ancient history. This awful spectacle is child's play in comparison.
Hey, is that supposed to make us feel better?
It's hard to tell if the Master Diviner won or lost here.
I think so too. I can't see many Cloud Knights. The Xianzhou must have fought well.
Not necessarily. There'd usually be a base with supporting forces set up after a successful engagement, but we don't see any of that. Let's look around and see if we can find some clues.
Be careful. These monsters are pretty tough.
You're not the Knights. What is your purpose here? It's dangerous.
We're reinforcements sent by the General. Where's everyone else?
Resorting to short-lived species as reinforcements. Jingyuan is truly running out of options.
Run! She's a disciple of Sanctus Medicus!
Silence. If my healing worked, you'll become one of us. And then it's not just me they'll be running from.
Hurry! Leave here! I can't control...
Investing in victory means playing the long game!
The lives of short-lived species are so fleetingly brief. Why seek death?
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Is that all?
Test.
Is that all?
Answer me. 0 points.
Liquidation! Nap time.
Test.
Is that all? The will forged in ice never falters!
Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Why did you come to the Xianzhou? To seek immortality? You don't have to appease Jingyuan. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus can provide all that you desire.
Nap time.
Answer me.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Steady.
Test.
Nap time.
Answer me. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Hold on. We'll find someone to help.
Don't waste your time. They've converted me. I don't have much longer. Go! The Master Diviner's troops are ahead.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshik, the Plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
It's me.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Nap time.
Test. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Hard work pays off.
A will forged in ice never falters!
It's me.
Nap time.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Test.
Will forged in ice never falters!
0 points.
Nap time.
Try harder. In lunar flame.
It's me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Is that all?
I'm okay.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Test. 0 points. It's me.
Nap time.
Is that all?
Test. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Is that all? Will forged in ice never falters!
In lunar flame. Blade of Moon.
0 points. Answer me. 0 points. Just.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Is that all?
Answer me.
Nap time.
Just. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
That's better.
Blade of Moon. In lunar flame.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Mediocre. Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
Try harder.
Naughty child.
You have my grand. Is that all?
Ready for death.
I'm asking questions.
Try harder.
Name of Len, will forged in ice never falters!
Got the defense?
That'll take more than medicine. That's better.
Save it for your own skin. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Got the defense? Just.
This ends here!
Time for a shot.
0 points.
Is that all?
Tedious. Blade of Moon.
Answer me.
I'm okay. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Nap time.
Just. 0 points. Answer me.
Blade of Moon. In lunar flame.
forged in ice never falters!
That's better.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Nap time.
Test.
Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded.
Let's duel. Fire!
Commencing support, please. There's always a weakness. The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Waiting in line for a bullet? Let's duel. Fair and square. Draw. I didn't say it, Captain. Break. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave. All of you stand still. Bring it on, Booker. Fire! Here's your final reward.
We have the upper hand. Enough. You'll pay for this. Data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. The time is now. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them! That'll savor the vigor of it.
Bring it on, Booker. Fire! Here's your final... There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
I'll contain them. The time is now. Lend me your strength. All better now?
I'm guessing that wasn't free.
In battle. In battle. In battle. In battle. In battle. Our fortune is clouded with uncertainty. Converge and awaken! Can we talk? All things in this world have their laws. Yet stratagems, constellations, are human creations! Evil must be gone.
The redemption.
Together as one!
For your sins.
Customers are always welcome. All the best! Yin and yang, life and death. 1,000 wonders to raise your spirit. Good omens, fight as one! All things in this world have their human creations.
are made to be broken.
We came together.
Let's make it quick.
Yin and yang.
A thousand wonders.
Fight is fun! All things in this human creations.
Forged in ice, never falters!
Nap time.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Is that all?
Answer me. 0 points.
Steady.
Test. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Just as my calculations predicted.
Who goes there? For the divine.
Your answers? Answer me. 0 points.
Liquidation!
Nap time.
Test.
Will forged in ice, never falters!
Mediocre. Answer me.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I'm with you.
Who goes there?
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Test.
Confiscated!
Nap time.
Answer me. 0 points.
That's better.
Will forged in ice, never falters!
Test. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Right! Investing in
He's playing the long game!
Is that all?
Answer me. 0 points.
Nap time.
Mediocre. Test.
Liquidation!
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Nap time.
Test. 0 points.
Go Nappy! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Answer me.
Is that all? Will forged in ice never falters!
Test. Mediocre. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Nap time.
Answer me. 0 points.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Test. 0 points.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Mediocre. Answer me.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Nap time.
Confiscated!
Test. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Steady.
Answer me.
Steady. Liquidation!
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Nap time.
Test.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
0 points. Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Test. 0 points.
Nap time.
long way. I'm with you. Will forged in ice never falters.
Nap time. In lunar flame. Blade of me.
It's me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Is that all? Is that all?
Just 0 points.
Will forged in ice never falters.
Nap time.
It's me. 0 points.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Just
Blade of me. In lunar flame.
knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. 0 points. Mediocre. It's me.
Will forged in ice never falters.
Nap time.
Just
That's better.
knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Is that all? Will forged in ice never falters.
It's me. 0 points.
Blade of me. In lunar flame.
Just
Nap time.
it's me.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Is that all?
Just 0 points.
We caught them unawares.
disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshi, the Plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia. It's no coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
Measure of truth and falsehood.
Right! Commencing victory means playing the long game!
Test.
Live it, true!
Zero points. Answer me. 0 points.
Blade of moonlight. In lunar flame. Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
measure of truth and falsehood.
That's better. I'm okay.
Steady.
Nap time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Blade of moon. In lunar flame. Do not concern yourself with the outcome. The moon shines on the truth.
Answer me. 0 points.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Blade of moon.
Test. Knowledge, the measure of truth. And 0 points. Answer me.
Nap time.
Test. Mediocre.
Try harder. In lunar flame. Do not concern yourself with the outcome. The moon shines on the truth.
Nap time.
Later.
Just a little something. Think nothing.
It's me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Steady.
In lunar flame.
That's better.
It's me.
Nap.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshi, the Plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying...
Test. 0 point.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Later.
It's me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
In lunar flame.
0 point.
Nap time. Just a little something. Think nothing.
Test. 0 point. It's me.
Nap time.
Will forged in ice never falters!
That's better. Just a little something. Think nothing.
In lunar flame.
Later.
Nap time.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoship, the Plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia. It's no coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
Our Sanctus Medicus.
I'm with you.
Who goes there? Show yourselves! Wait, it's you. Quickly, in here. It's dangerous outside.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesized your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstances. Yes, the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. The troops are anxious. It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns.
That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Xianzhou, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the Disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
The Master Diviner has gone ahead with the scout.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a dangerous business. There's no time for idle chat. We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the Plague's author. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the Disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match for us. Then, after a while, our comrades suddenly started to slaughter one another. Thanks for your intel. I'll dispatch someone immediately. The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human. lost the abomination sleeping in our immortal blood, and violated the Rainbow's admonishments. What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did are despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests. I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I must be present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring. That shining seed? I've seen it. So beautiful. If you gaze into it, there's a voice inside that speaks to you.
Do you still remember Cocolia?
The Master said we could inject new life into the Ambrosial Arbor with it. I didn't believe it at first. We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species, yet the Arbor showed no signs of resurrection. But look upon it now. Only the power of an eon can recreate the miracle. Yes, yes, the mighty Sanctus Medicus, the abundance. So, you witnessed it too? The Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Magnificent. In the Befall era, so far in the past that even long-life species cannot recall, Sanctus Medicus the Abundance gifted the Ambrosial Arbor to the Xianzhou Luofu. With that sacred tree, humanity realized many miracles. The fallow earth, the western soapberry, the altered flesh. But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right and wrong and erased Sanctus Medicus's achievements. But soon we will return to the glory of the Befall era. You've seen the fantastic creatures that fought with us. They are only minor gifts of the Ambrosial Arbor.
Shut it, rambling rodent. The Cloud Knights will root all of you out soon.
What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
You scum! If the Order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Oh, you don't understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Bah! It's a second life gifted by Sanctus Medicus. To eliminate the self, to achieve transcendence. A life of true freedom. I see a desire for power in your eyes. This life is too short for you, isn't it? Help you.
Don't listen. His words are poison.
We're just having fun, sir. Without the blessing of the abundance, you short-life species would never be able to endure the transformation.
Master Diviner, you're back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now. Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult? Sharp as always.
I knew we'd spent too long around the Master Diviner. Now we're predicting the future. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting. So there.
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
We're not?
Jingyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me. After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the Arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it, the more they longed for it.
Forged in ice, never falters!
Nap time.
Misery. Zero. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I'm with you.
Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. Cannot be prepared against you. Indeed. Against the Cloud Knights. The Ambrosial Arbor is taboo for the Luofu, and the Xianzhou Alliance has always been fiercely independent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the General would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality, one step at a time. Rather, only this way leads to the known best result. If we can afford to choose, then none would choose to leap off a cliff. Besides, this is not my decision alone. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourself.
I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering. Wait, Miss Tingyun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The General commanded me to stay with you.
Seems like the smoke is getting thinner.
Not thin enough. We need to hurry.
Go Nappy!
Answer me.
Nap time.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Answer me.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Just as my calculations predicted.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Test.
Riveter!
Nap time.
Answer me. Test. 0 points.
We caught them unawares. I'm with you.
Turn it off!
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Is that all?
Liquidation!
Will forged in ice never falters!
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Nap time. I'm okay.
Test. 0 points. Answer me.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
0 points.
Nap time.
Steady.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Answer me. 0 points. Test.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
We caught them unawares.
troops to the rendezvous.
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Xianzhou. It's you.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Lafu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the Ambrosial Arbor first descended. Nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
Low risk, high reward. Go Nappy! The market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Hope you're prepared.
Time for a shot. Next.
Is that all? The name of Let will, forged in ice, never falters! Just 0 points.
Liquidation!
Naughty child.
Steady.
Your answers? Answer me. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Go Nappy!
0 points.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Pretty good perk.
Now,
Good defense. Test. 0 points.
Let the valuation begin. Game!
Answer me.
Easy, Numby. Ribbit trip!
This ends here.
Steady. File. Leave application.
Test.
I'm with you.
So, Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials are capable of.
now, unworthy.
In the name of Let Will, forged in ice, never falters!
I'm asking questions. Test. 0 points.
This ends here.
That'll take more than medicine. Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
This ends here.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Now,
0 points.
blade fodder.
Is that all?
Answer me.
Hope you're prepared. In the name of Len, will forged in ice never falters!
Ready for death.
Your answers? Test.
Nap time. All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Later. Save it for your own skin.
I'm asking questions.
Will forged in ice never falters!
That'll take more than...
Answer me.
Nowhere to run.
Your answers? Essay and knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
This ends here.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
0 points.
Stand.
I'm asking question.
Hope you're prepared.
Tedious. Later, all will be revealed in lunar flame.
Landau, years of cold, hardens the will. We shall never fall!
Nap time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
You have my gratitude.
Ready for death. Naughty child.
You have my gratitude.
Your answers? Answer me. Essay and knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. 0 points.
In the name of Lead, will forged in ice never falters!
Why? The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that. Pantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly? I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance.
Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager Hunting. I have come to see this, to set an witness of destruction of the Xianzhou.
Is the Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be?
All of you! This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together.
This ends here. In the name of Landau, will forged in ice never falters!
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
Blade of Moon, all will be revealed in lunar flame.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Save it for your own skin.
Is that all?
Blade fodder.
Answer me. I'm asking questions. SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Test.
This ends here. In the name of Landau, will forged in ice never falters!
Nap time.
Ready for death. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Answer me.
Time for a shot.
Stand down.
Your answers? Test. SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Hope you're prepared.
0 points.
You are fortunate that Xianzhou and Selenova never set their faces upon the Xianzhou. They have no qualms about dealing with destruction by their own hand. Since that stubborn general has forced me to take center stage, make sure I steal the show. My apologies for leaving so soon. But I have finished. I'm sure my friends
This ends here.
I'm asking questions.
all will be revealed in lunar flame.
Time for a shot.
Try harder.
Is that all? name of Landau. Will forged in ice never falters!
Just a little something. Think nothing.
You have my gratitude.
Tedious.
Blade of me.
Your answers?
Naughty child. Nap time.
Answer me.
This ends here.
SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Blade fodder.
I'm fresh.
I'm asking questions. Test. 0 points.
All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of me.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Answer me.
Hope you're prepared.
Ready for death.
Test. 0 points.
I'm for a shot. Justin, just a little something. Think nothing.
Answer me. SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting-Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along? And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other Nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting-Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting-Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting-Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
You're saying that the real Ting-Yun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Ting-Yun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Ting-Yun, it does raise the question of why Fantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Ting-Yun's remains behind as a display of power? I believe this to be Fantilia's goal: to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen? Planting a Stellaron in the Luofu? All part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Fantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her. We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that cell. Let's make haste.
I'm with you. forged in ice never falters!
Nap time.
Is that all?
That's better.
Blade of moon. Lunar flame.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Lunar flame.
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Try harder.
That's better.
Is that all? Will forged in ice never falters!
Lunar flame. Blade of moon.
Just a little something. Think nothing. That's better.
Will forged in ice never falters!
Nap time.
Lunar flame. Blade of moon.
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Is that all? Will forged in ice never falters!
I'm okay. That's better.
Lunar flame. Blade of moon.
Just a little something. Think nothing. Nap time.
Will forged in ice never falters!
That's better.
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Just a little something. Think nothing. Nap time.
Blade of moonlight. In lunar flame.
We need to take a star skip to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste.
If we're not on patrol, we should get some rest.
Abacuses, books.
Will forged in ice never falters! Forged in ice, never falters!
World-cleansing dragon. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Blade of Moonlight. In lunar flame.
Waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Will forged in ice, never falters!
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. For oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Is that all? Will forged in ice, never falters!
In lunar flame.
Will forged in ice, never falters!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Blade of Moonlight.
measure of truth and falsehood. Zero point.
We need to take a... Starskip to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that cell. Let's make haste. That imposter had the audacity to carry out her nefarious plans right under our noses. How utterly despicable. What worries me more is just how many more antimatter saboteurs are at large.
This is... Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? They're probably coming to fix the Stellaron problem. It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights. I'll be back with my unit. I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did. Though, we did take a bit of a detour.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Susham.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon. Bye for now.
The messages never get sent. I wonder what's happening with those three. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. But why did Kafka want us to come here? What happened to them? And what happened to Blade? I've delayed for too long. I need more information.
What's up? Go where? The Luofu is under lockdown. The Cloud Knights operation isn't over yet. Relax. When the fight is over, I'll personally escort you and Mr. Locha home.
You haven't been back home for a long time, have you, Master Danheng? As home draws nearer, so our feelings grow stronger. I can see it in your eyes. Do you want to leave? Then do it now. The Cloud Knights will soon check our identities. I have somewhere else to be. I've tarried here too long.
Where are you going?
I'm a traveling merchant. I have one more deal to see through.
This will strengthen our position. I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey. Both of you.
What a huge cauldron.
This Orient cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Vidyadhara. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide, and refines it into medicinal pellets. All the elixir crucibles that the Vidyadhara helped to construct contain Cloud Hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
Uh-huh. But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one, with endless potential. Yet, Cloud Hymn magic is just the beginning.
Of Vidyadhara Mirajago? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
Gorge Waterscape. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies are waiting for you.
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were. It seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for Scale Gorge Waterscape, located ahead.
He's here.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling... It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here.
It's time to pay the price! It's time! You think changing form will help you escape?
Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I have nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch. You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the General not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop! You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Lunae. Thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou.
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice. I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. So heed me.
I have no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Out of the way!
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away.
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka.
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins. Fail to center.
Surrender!
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy?
Punish evil!
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
So familiar. Did she teach you? And you deserve no...
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone.
This isn't over.
All of you listen to me. Stop. Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Luofu's hotshot general.
Jing Yuan.
General!
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together? Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-lived species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether Danfeng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, and exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you,
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Dongfeng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Dongfeng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Dongfeng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Dongfeng is no more. Now, there is only Dongheng. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. Your friends are waiting for you. I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron Hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over, yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath, even if it means the end of the Luofu. Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the Seven Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly. Lord Ravager Fantalia favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the Stellaron crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows. Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more. Do you know something? When Don Fong committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vidyadhara, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The dragon transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Vidyadhara hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The Vidyadhara were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Don Fong against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the Ten Lords Commission. The senior Vidyadhara were sure of their scheme, but you cannot hide fire with paper. Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go! Heaven, sir. Celestial Dragon. Quick!
Let's make it quick.
A foregone conclusion.
Just a scratch.
Heaven Surge. Rise!
This is our chance.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Told you I could fight. Try that again.
Heaven Surge. Break.
Rules are made to be broken.
Hear this thunder!
My turn!
Time for the method. Show no mercy. Is that it?
Heaven Surge. Rise!
Let's go.
A foregone conclusion.
Tough luck running into me! Here!
Heaven Surge. Break!
Let's make it quick.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
My turn! I try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move! Xingyuan, where have you been?
Forget your forces. The seat of divine foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's Author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Don Hung? You are Don Hung, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guess. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Phantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Don Hung and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Don Hung?
Thank you, Don Hung.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Don Hung's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the Plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
Oh, it looks so much like Don Hung. I wonder if... The statue... Is that... Don Hung's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Vidyadhara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
The General still has important matters to...
You scared the heck out of me! For a second I thought you'd annoyed the General. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the Express? Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Xianzhou heroes at this point. Anyway, it's great to have you with us, Don Hong.
I knew you'd come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home. You're a member of the Express crew, Don Hung. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
Imbibitor Lunay's reincarnation. Dong Hong, correct? I've heard your name before. Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the Master Diviner, I know, and should know, all the records of years gone by. Such archives are of great importance in times of need. I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet. To have seen those legends with my own eyes. Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Vidyadhara reincarnation really entail a complete transformation? A new life?
Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.